Hello, everyone. We had some memorable moments last Saturday night, and the one that I want to go over specifically is about MintyBets. Now, she was live on air attempting to give out her bet of the night to the audience, and it seemed like there was a teleprompter issue because she kept stuttering or stumbling over her words about 4 separate times. And although it's supposedly her own bet, she wasn't professional enough to just go off the cuff and just say what her bet was. And this obviously raises suspicion that she's not making her own bets. Someone might be telling her what to tell the audience so that the audience will unfortunately put down the money on the bet that she's suggesting. Now, watch the clip so you can see for yourself what happened. If you haven't seen it, or if you have, I mean, it's just kind of a fun watch anyway.
At 1.5 rounds, but I've got to find something similar for a better price.
There you go. There's the first mistake. And she tries to play it off like she got something stuck in her throat, which I'm sure happens from time to time, but that obviously wasn't the case this time.
I've got to find something similar for a better price.
There's number 2. What is she looking at? Most likely a teleprompter that just malfunctioned, so she doesn't know what to say. Oh no, what's my bet?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've got to find something similar for a better price, and I am betting on, oh my goodness.
Again, all that verbal diarrhea is just her buying time, hoping that the teleprompter will start working in time for her to smoothly finish her sentence.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'm betting on a second round finish because everyone is loving a first round finish here. I'm betting a round 2 finish at plus 250. Brendan.
And there, she's finally able to get it all out
Over to
because
you.
it finally started working.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Now, it's funny, just this moment itself, but, you know, it's also a concern, not for myself because I've never personally tailed any of her bets, but just as far as the community goes for people who do bet on UFC fights, this is possibly a person who's being told what to say to the public so that the public will purposefully lose their money. So, I mean, that kind of sounds like it is illegal or should be illegal. And kind of seems like Minty's that puppet. So, now let's go. Not there yet. Let's go down here and listen to her response to this, to what happened.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue. I don't know what happened.
Okay. So she just says she doesn't know what happened. Right? She tries to play it off like a joke, which is fine. But surprisingly, she doesn't give an actual explanation of what happened. Because she should be smart enough to know, and if not her, then the people she works with should be smart enough to know what's on everybody's minds. But she doesn't acknowledge it there. And then in the comments section, she says, you know, of course there's people defending her, and there's nothing wrong with that. But she says, whoa, unless she deleted it. Hold on. No way. Maybe it's down here. Wow. I don't see it anymore. But earlier I saw that she had commented under this that something about that it proves this was not a teleprompter issue. Wow, I can't believe that. And the comment's gone unless it's buried under all of this stuff, but before it was on top. Yeah, these comments are not very nice. Just straight up, you're a beep. Wow, I really want to find that comment, but I'm not going to make you guys wait as I go through all this. But yeah, industry plant, you know, people aren't necessarily mad at her for making a mistake. They're mad because she's been duping the public and unfortunately the people who support her, who thought she was real. Wow. She think she deleted that unless someone else can find that for me. Well, I was caught off by that. I was expecting that comment to be there for this. Anyway, so then we have this here. Mr. Red Knight, Jacob Lyons with We Want Picks, who MintyBets is also associated with because she has her own little segment on their YouTube or for their website. So it kind of makes sense that he would feel obligated to defend her, or that it would be in the best interest of a company he works with or for to defend her, because if she's proven to be a fake, then it's not going to look too good on himself and Angelo and the rest of the people they have over there. And I'm not saying that I believe that they're not the real deal, but you know, something like this could definitely make their whole brand kind of spiral downwards. So here, I'll read along. I'll read it for you guys. So just so we are clear, I didn't watch the broadcast, but I know there was a fumble by Minty during it. Now people are trying to pile on, saying she doesn't place her own bets and all that bullshit. I talk to Minty about bets, fights, other sports every single week. What she's thinking, bounce ideas off each other, and even argue about bets she's thinking of placing or what I may place. She works harder on her bets than most you neckbeards who just throw shit at the wall every week and call yourself sharps. Trying to disparage her betting character, if you will, because of a TV flub is honestly pretty predictable from most of you. Quote, Jacob the Simp, LMAO, end quote. Get it out of your system. So he does a little Eminem tactic there by saying the insult first to kind of weaken the blow that he knows is coming. She's a friend and a coworker. He didn't mention that. And being dragged unfairly. So suck my nuts, you goofs. Go touch some grass. This is not surprising for him to say that. Like I already explained it. They're like, almost in a sense, co-workers. Aside from just being friends, which I'm sure they are to an extent. But I think, like I said before, it's more like PR damage control for the overall brand of We Want Picks. So, anyway, that's what happened with Minty. Like I said before, I don't really refer to her for any of my bets, so it doesn't really concern me. But if any of you were foolish enough, or I won't even say that, but were unfortunate enough to believe in her, you might want to, take another look and think about it. There's no way to prove it at this point, but that was pretty suspicious is what I'm trying to say. It's suspicious. I don't want to definitively say that she is a fake, but this does not look good. You know, and I did see in the comments before someone had posted something about her in the past where she didn't even understand what under 2.5 rounds meant. She thought it just meant that it wouldn't go all 3 rounds. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. We don't need to talk about this anymore for now.